Hey guys, how's it going? Guppy, how are you? Man, so the first time on the first day when this web store came out, I was like, Darth Malgus shards? Are you serious? I have them, of course, so it doesn't really matter to me, but still, I think that's super cool that you can get Malgus shards for free. I think that's like my second or third time getting it. So, yeah. At least second, maybe third. So, pretty cool. How are all you doing today? So today we're going to do roster reviews. So I have my first one's a premium one. I don't have anything more to do for like TW or anything. I already did my dailies. I don't have a raid. I already did my slicing for the week because I didn't think I would have enough time to be able to do that. So, oh, looks like we so full cleared these guys already. Yeah, so they were busy. Hey, Chips and Doinks, how's it doing? How's it going? Yeah, so my guild did a pretty good job. pretty easy for this one. Which Lightspeed bundles? What an excellent question, Guppy. So the only ones I did not get was Jabba and the Princess Leia one, because I have Jabba and I have Leia, so I don't need them. So the Tusken ones are nice. I do like the Tuskens because it comes with a Zeta. So even though if you don't have like the Warrior Zeta, it's still a usable team. So if you buy this bundle, it's like a completely usable team. I don't have, well, I do have some Omicrons. I don't have enough. I don't have enough Omegas. So I don't have enough Omegas, but the Omicron here is good. I do have 5 Omicrons in the bank, but I have all the gear pretty much ready too for Bo-Katan and Malicos. So in 2 days, and if that wasn't the case, I probably would have done the Afra unlock. And even these guys, like this assault battle, I did take Enoch to Relic 5 trying to do it, and I still can't, even with this level of investment. You got the Tuskens, I got them all except for those 2. But I still can't do this. Like, look at this. It's insane how hard this assault battle is if you don't have pretty much like all the Zetas or the good ones. That's a Relic 5. This is the just 7 stars phase, and this is a Relic 5 character. Look what he did to my boy. It's insane. Like, I don't know. So, yeah. But I think without his Zeta and his lead Zeta, I don't have the juice. And even this guy, I think he cleanses the, what do you call it? He cleanses the, what is this ability? The Blight. Like yeah, see, like insane. Absolutely insane what this battle. I can't do it. I just can't do it. It's too much. Do that. Cleanse all this junk. Do this. And yeah, that's fine. But I just can't do it, guys. Just can't do it. Sometimes it looks like it's going okay, but without his Zeta, like without his unique or lead Zeta, they don't have enough survivability, and without his unique Zeta, they don't have the damage. So I'm assuming that's what we need, because the more Blight you have out there, the more damage he does. But no, it's not enough, guys. Not enough. See, he's just bodying my dudes. And with his other Zeta, that protection up would do a lot more too, so I'm sure that would help. Hey Dank, yeah, I just don't have the Zetas to put on there. Well, I have 2 right now, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to use one of them for the unlock for Bo-Katan. So Bo-Katan's only going to have like literally 1 Zeta. I'm really not happy about it. I have all their Omicron saved, and there you go. So even if he was alive, like, we don't have the damage to get through this dude. It doesn't matter. It'll probably in like a month or so, I'll have them all at relics, and I don't think I'm gonna put the Zetas on them. But without the Zetas, I don't even know if I can beat this tier. So we'll see. We shall see. But my farming plan, see here. So like I did Afra. I'm not gonna unlock her for a minute. I got the Tuscan bundle, the Jawa bundle, I got the Smugglers bundle. I don't have enough to do the prepared squad because that requires like a Zeta here, a Zeta here. Hey Dan, so the way my roster reviews work, I don't accept any from chat. You have to submit in here in my Discord for a free roster review. So free roster reviews in my here, you can submit in there in my Discord. So that's where you can submit them. If you submit for a free review, then you can get on the wheel, and then we'll spin the wheel as much time as I have today. Yeah. So Bo-Katan, I'm thinking I'm probably gonna have to do his lead Zeta, more than likely, and then that's gonna save me one Zeta for Bo-Katan, and I still need 2 more for the team because like Paz Vizsla needs this Zeta. I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to do it with like minimal Zetas, but Paz needs one, Beck needs one. The old Bo-Katan Kryze needs one, and then Bo-Katan Mandalore needs 3. So I'm really behind. And then I have all the Omicrons for this guy too, but he also needs 3 Zetas. So I'm in I don't have the juice because I'm gonna take him instantly to Relic 7 once I finish the Bo-Katan event. And then probably Ahsoka Tano I'll take to like Relic 5 or something, and then I'll finish this Imperial Assault battle. But Zetas are my biggest bottleneck right now. It's insane. So we'll see. I did look and see because I thought about it. I thought about it and I was like, how many teams am I missing? And I really did. I went and I made a tab for like how many teams I'm missing. I'm missing 22 teams that are like pretty influential, like Seer Ufus, Bo Mandos, the Remnant, DTMG, Trench, the Prepared Squad, Bad Batch. I don't have a Relic Treya Squad, Gas 501st, Great Mothers, Balin Skull, Sana Staros, GG with Stop, Gungans, Maul Mandos, Luthen with Mon Mathma, just a Saw team, Afra, the Spectre team, the Zetas on the Tuscan team, C, and Lord Vader. So the people I'm facing against in Grand Arena generally have about like, I would say probably somewhere between 15 teams more than I do on average. Pretty insane. Yeah. So, and that's at 10.6 million. 10.6 million. It really is a big difference at the higher end. 10.6. And the ships too. I'm missing the Marauder. And that's a pretty big one. So we'll see. A lot of stuff. I'm thinking I would like to. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is in between big farms. Like in between big farms, I'm gonna try to finish off one side team. So like GL Ahsoka will come with this Enoch Remnant team squad, but you know, after I finish Ahsoka, maybe I'll do like a DTMG or a Trench or something, or maybe a Treya or something. My page didn't come up, so you should see it. So if you have the Discord, there you also have to do the welcome. So there's like a welcome thing up here. And then if you click the welcome, then it'll pop up. But you should still see my roster reviews because you don't need the welcome thing to do that. Oh, that has something to do with your, Dan. That has something to do with your stuff. Like, if you... I don't know why. it didn't work for you, but it should. Here's the link again. But that's the way I do it, man. I don't know. There's like a huge line, so I can't take the stream ones because if there's over, I think it's like at 120 people, maybe a little more right now, that are waiting for the free reviews. So I can't just have you skip the line, and it's random anyways as far as the wheel. So yours could be next, or it could be, you know, whenever. But that's just the way it is, to keep it fair. Yeah, all right, so yeah, but in between big farms, I think I'm gonna knock out like one of these. But if I do like a Balin Skull, which I'm farming, I only have 2 hard nodes right now, which is like Shin and Merrick. If I finish those, maybe I'll finish like the Great Mother's Mercenaries team. Like that's a really good bang for your buck. Easy, cheap, four characters for 2 really good teams. So this is really good. I'm not going to double farm Shin or Merrick, even though this is like, that's all I have. I'll just slow farm them, and whenever I have the shards, I'll go in and unlock Balin once he's ready. So, but I'm not double farming them because I still have to double farm like these 3. So the second they become farmable, I'm gonna have to abandon Shin and Merrick anyways, or maybe depending on how fast I can acquire these things. So I really don't see a reason to try to like double farm them, because as these things are farmed, there's going to be a period of time where I abandon them anyways. But maybe when I finish these guys, then I could double, and I'm finishing up my Ahsoka farm. Maybe at that point I'll like double farm the Shin and Merrick, and then unlock these guys at the same time and knock that up. So we'll see. But I am gonna slow farm Shin and Merrick and just see how long it takes me to get those guys up and running. All right. What was I doing? Forgot. Oh yeah, but those are the Lightspeed bundles I bought. Oh man. How are you guys doing? How's your Grand Arenas going? Pretty well? I'd say this 5v5. This 5v5 has been pretty nice. Hey Blackhammer, how's it going? So my Grand Arenas have been going pretty well. No complaints. I'll tell you, Kyber 3 just cannot handle the Leviathan. I've never seen, because I'm in the championship round, but I've never, this guy, he's like well above me in GP and everything, but I've never seen someone fail so hard on ships. This is the worst I've ever seen someone doing ships. This is like, I've never seen this. Even the Radis they couldn't handle either. I'm assuming they had to like have tried to malevolence that Radis, because Radis can just like blow up a malevolence. But yeah, this did not go well for them. So, but doing pretty well in Grand Arena. All right, ideals. Want to see the offensive power, the strength of Dank Ideals. You want to see how great Dank Ideals is TW. Let's look at these stats. Total banners. Where's great Dank Ideals here? So here's me at 14 because I'm pretty mid. Nothing special. And then if you scroll down all the way to the bottom, 30s? No. 40s maybe? 48. Here he is. Senator Dank Ideals. Senator Dank Ideals. Last in defense. Oh, is he last in offense too? Nope, there's 3 guys worse than you. Oh, Mr. Dank. Keeping it fresh here. With the 20 Bannerooskis. Overall you're last, but there's 3 people who didn't attack. And you attacked 1 time. What'd you take out? Were you a back wall warrior, or was that like a Like a GG team or something? Or did you take out one of the Rays? Yeah. So this is like the power of Dank Ideals. Decimated the enemy. You may say like he only scored 20 banners. Those were the most strategic 20 banners that you could have had. He probably took out the toughest team out on here. The toughest one. Maybe he probably took out a Ray Ezra. There you go. See? The most strategic 20 banners in the match. An animal. He's an animal. Decimating the battlefield. Alright. Alright, so let's do this. So I'll tell you what, guys. I've been doing school. And it is difficult. I do not have much time. Don't have much time. Yeah, no problem, Dan. Mr. Moreno. If you're ahead of me in GP, or then pretty much it's like farm the new things. You know, like there's not much to it. Farm whatever you don't have. If you're like 11, 12 million GP, it's pretty easy to decide like, what am I gonna do? Oh, you just farm the things that you don't have. So, all right, let's start doing some reviews then. Let's start the reviews. Man, what is this? Look at this guy. Unlocking Bow Monday. Me too, hopefully. Hopefully I am. Like this, I'm hoping I don't have to put like a bunch of Zetas. Because I only have 2 in the bank, and I would like to use those 2 on Bow Mando. But if I have to use 2 for the unlocked, like 2 more, then I'm gonna be pretty sad. Nice. A 27 speed protection arrow is pretty good. Alright. That's very tasty. Yeah, Bow's good. We do unlock Zepho, but it's always nice to just have more Bow Mandos there. You never know. Maybe a string of bad RNG can hit the guild, and then having that buffer is nice. Alright, sorry, let me get this ready. Alright, so the first one is going to be this guy. So let me get his account up. Alright, so let's see what he had to say. So this guy is a 3-month-old account is what he's saying. So 800. 800's about 2 months. But he's saying he's been playing about 3 months. He's bought all the Lightspeed bundles and he's put about $2,000 of spending. So, oh hey, and Tribu. I can't say you're anti-Tribu. But I just, hey, Thrawn, how you doing? So if you want to, you can jump into chat with me, and then that, like in Discord, anti-Tribu. It's pretty late, but it's up to you on what you want to do. So if you just want me to give you your roster review, I can do that. But if you'd like to chat, I would like to chat with you so that we can talk about your spending practices too. So it would be best if we can talk, because I would like to see what you're spending your money on, if you don't mind. If you don't care for that kind of review, not a big deal, but we'll see what we can do here. Yeah, Bo-Katan's nice. Lord Vader's not really a problem, but I would be happy to have him be even less of a problem with Bo Mando. So yeah, but he's a good character. Up to you though. So I'll just continue this. If you do want to jump in chat, let me know, and then I'll just like quickly jump in chat with you. But almost 5 million GP. So before we jump into your review, then I want to talk to you about like how you can spend smartly. So the big thing is, of course, like Lightspeed bundles. Almost any Lightspeed bundle will be worth it. Other than that, like these Kyrotechs, mine's in yen right now because I live in Japan, but these Kyrotech packs are good. So the Kyrotech Salvage Bundle 2. So they come out once a week, 2 packs. If you want to spend on that, that's good. And also the Relic Cargo Pack. So the Relic Cargo Pack is $10, and that comes out once a week, usually on Mondays. So around the end of the week, these Kyrotech ones, around the beginning of the week, the Cargo Relic Packs. And if you buy those 3 packs, plus the $20 pack for this track right here, and the $10 Conquest one, if you want to, you can buy the more expensive one because you have Proving Grounds. If you can do all the Proving Grounds, then the I don't remember, I think it's the $30 one. So the $30 one is worth it here if you can do Proving Grounds. So altogether that comes out to be what, like 14 times 4 and then 10, so 40, 16, 56, 96, plus 30, like 126, plus 20, 156, or 100, yeah, 156-ish dollars a month. And then that will give you really, really, really fast progress. And then if you spend any more than that, it pretty much has like the amount that you get for it isn't worth it. Unless you're buying like crystals so that you can do refreshes. So if you're buying crystals so you can do all these refreshes and do the first 3, then I could understand that because you don't have the income. But where you are in the game with what your competitors have, I think you should be able to have like great crystal income. You don't have the same as like an late or end game player because you're not in Kyber, and that's once you are in Kyber, the crystals from that ends up being more than the crystals for Fleet Arena. But if you can get first on Fleet Arena, which you should be able to after we talk, then that will be better for you overall. So up to you on how you spend your money. You can do whatever you want, but I've seen a lot of like the very, very early game super heavy spenders live in this featured and weekly shipments, and they're just like buying tons of crystals to buy this stuff, and that's really not efficient. So I would say stay out of this. Yeah, so stay out of this, stay out of those packs, and you'll be fine. So Again, your money, do whatever you want. But if you buy those packs that I told you, the Chirotech salvage ones and the Relic cargo packs, it's like the $10 ones that's on Mondays. And usually the lowest track too. Like you don't need to buy the $40 pack. You don't need to buy that. So the $20 pack is more than enough. The $40 pass here is a complete waste of money. It's not even beneficial. So $20 pass here. Then even the $10 pass for Conquest is pretty good. And then those 2 packs is all you really need. And then if you spend on crystals to make sure you can do your 3 refreshes, that's okay too. So, and if you stick it to that level of spending, your account is going to accelerate, because the more money you spend, the bigger your bottlenecks are gonna be, and you are gonna really struggle to outspend those. So your bottlenecks, like credits, even credits, training droids, let's see, zetas, omegas, like all those things, you can't like outspend. There's so many resources that you have to kind of like accelerate the natural bottlenecks, and then you will improve overall pretty quickly. Because I've only been playing like 3 years, and I am competing with those who've been playing for like 9 years. So you can do it too with smart spending, especially since like 4 of the GLs, these 4 are Lightspeed bundle. You could literally buy all these with Lightspeed bundles, and then these other 4 aren't like probably very far behind either. So something to think about. So let's jump into. So that's just like spending though. Like you do whatever, spend whatever you want, but that's my recommendation on spending. So, and it's not like I'm telling you to spend your money. I'm saying if you are gonna spend your money, then that's where you should do it. Because even like, look at this. Like you have a Star Killer, you have them at Relics, but you don't have the Omicrons, you don't have the Zetas, and you have the wrong set on them, by the way. So here, let me teach this to you too. So I don't know if you've seen my mod guides, and I know mods, you haven't been playing long enough to have like the mod depth for all your characters. So I'm not gonna dunk on your mods, but I'll do a light dunking. This one's pretty good. Man, this one's really good. Look at this one, 22 speed. Man, you can, this one could be a 28 speed mod. It sucks that it's a defense mod but that's still really fast. So here, so on swgoh.gg, you can look at a unit. So watch, I'll show you. So you go to units here and you type in Star Killer. So you go to Star Killer and then you go to best mods. So here, best mods, and it'll tell you what mods he wants to have, because there's some characters that it doesn't matter. Like, and there are, like, it doesn't matter because they want pilot mods or they just want to be really fast. And that's probably the most important thing. But if you look at this, where a Star Killer really does matter on how he's modded. So health and offense, most people have like a speed arrow, crit damage, health, offense, and these are pretty much what you need. I would, at where you are in the game, you're just going to try to build mods, right? And as long as it has any speed, then you're going to use it, because you just don't have the mod depth. And then if you watch my mod guide on how to build mods, that'll save you from building really bad mods like this one. Like, this is not a good mod. It shouldn't have been taken to 6 dots. So if you watch my how to build 25 plus speed mods, that'll give you the speed thresholds on what is a good mod. So like, once you get really Gucci with it and you kind of understand kits and everything, like you can change these up, because I have I'm pretty sure I have an offense primary arrow on my Star Killer, but he still has over 300 speed. So I have offense here, crit damage, health, offense. And then because you want to get as much damage as you can. So like, and these are the thresholds of the stats that's average for like Kyber 1 players. So yeah, but I'm just saying, if you go off swgoh.gg, it's never going to lead you wrong. And the vast majority of like damage dealing characters are going to want crit damage triangles. Unless they are, and if you look here, it says like deal physical damage. So physical damage crit has a higher natural crit rate. So usually like 99% of the time, if it's physical damage, they're going to want like a crit damage triangle. If it's special damage, then 99% of the time they're going to want like offense. So that's the difference, just because special damage crits a lot lower. So you're going to want to do that. So it's like, I'm sure he still works fine. You have an Omicron on him. He does want his Zetas. But I don't know if that should be your most important Zeta right now. Like, I don't know if that's what you should prioritize, but he does want his Zetas. And then I can see, like I was saying, Zetas are a huge bottleneck, and you're not, like, the progress that you have right now is really, really quick, but the vast majority, hey Bluz, Blues? Hey Blues, thanks. I will get you right next, like right after this one. So the vast majority of players, what was I saying? Yeah, so the vast majority of your characters are from Lightspeed bundles, and that's like very minimal spending, and then you're spending a lot for a little. So like 90% of your progress was like Lightspeed bundles, and 10% is like you pouring in like over probably like $1,500, which is like, if you think about it, it's not very efficient. And again, like, you can buy whatever you want. You're an adult, so I don't care how you spend your money, if you're spending it wisely, then, you know, or as long as you're not bankrupting yourself and it's within your discrepancy fund. No, it's not a disruption, blues. It's just the last word I left off of kind of confused me on what I was talking about, but I meant characters, not players. So yeah, so if you can like start smartly spending, that's going to save you, one, a lot of money. Two, it's going to be less frustrating for you because you will learn to play at the speed where it's still accelerated, but you're actually like getting important progress for that as well. Hey, Almighty Elm, how's it going? So that's what I would recommend. As far as my priorities for you on where you should place your resources, so if you can, because I saw you have these guys, I would want you to at least Relic 7 Master Qui-Gon Padawan Obi-Wan. They don't need Zetas, so this would probably be like my first priority for you of where to put your relics are these guys. Relic 7, one, they'll help you for the raid a little. There's not much you can do for the raid because, you know, these aren't like really functional teams here, so you're gonna get like super, even if I doubt you're even doing it where you are in the game, but if you aren't, then yeah. But Master Qui-Gon Padawan Obi-Wan, Relic 7, don't worry about any Zetas. You can put your next 2 Zetas on Starkiller, so on his imbued strike, and I don't remember what his other Zeta is, but he needs it, so I would put the 2 Zetas on Starkiller. After that, I think you're in a good place to go for, believe it or not, you're in a good place to go for Jabba. I don't know if that's what I want you to do right now. Let's look at this. So yeah, so that they just have a really good return of investment. So I would like you to start farming towards Executor. So what that means, farming IG, farming the Mandalorian, and his ship, so Bam and the Razor Crest. That's your number one focus overall needs to be fleets. So you need to get good fleet placement, and I'm sure you probably have like decent fleet placement just because you kind of like, yeah, so you have decent fleet placement there already, but you need to dominate the fleet arena. So with your amount of spending, your main farm, like your first one, will be Poncho Bros Relic 7. Next is going to be Jabba. After that is going to be the Executor, and you need the Executor, like the need the Executor. Okay, so that's going to be your priorities. Poncho Bros, Jabba, then Executor. And it's Executor is going to be important because you need to stay ahead of your fleet arena shard. And it's going to be a little hard because you are, even though you're whaling, there's going to be like two groups of people who are probably still going to be able to compete with you. And that are other whales. And then the other group of people are going to be like light spenders who know what they're doing, and they're going to compete with you because if someone knows what they're doing, like if I started an account and if I wanted to like smartly spend, then I could 100% compete with your shard for like a very, very minimum, like 10% of what you're spending. I could probably make that work and be competitive with you in your shard if we started at the same time. So what I'm saying is you have to farm smartly, and that's going to help you in the long run. So what that Jabba farm intends is you're going to have to get Jedi Knight Luke. So your next farm is going to be the Bros, the Poncho Bros, Padawan Obi-Wan, Master Qui-Gon. You're going to farm Jedi Knight Luke, unlock him. After you get Jedi Knight Luke, you're going to go for Jabba. After Jabba, you're going to go for the Executor. While you're farming for Jabba and all that stuff, because you got the bundles, it's pretty quick anyways that you'll probably unlock that. But you're going to start doing everything you need to start getting Beskar Mandalorian, and then you're going to do everything. So you're going to have to get the last star on the Mandalorian. Where's the bounty hunter, or I think they're mostly scoundrels. Hey Celestial, how are you doing, dude? So Grief, you're going to need to farm Grief, the Mandalorian. You don't need that much investment into the unlocks for them. So you'll need Queel down there. Queel and IG-12. So farm Queel, farm IG-12, farm the Mandalorian, farm Grief. And then that's going to get you Beskar Mandalorian, as well as you're going to have to get Cara Dune. She's a rebel. So you're going to go for that farm. So while you're farming for Jedi Knight Luke as your main one, like relic material, Poncho Bros, you're going to start the Jedi Knight Luke journey. I'm pretty sure you could probably complete it today if you knew what you're doing, or if you go into it. Then you're going to go into the Jabba farm to finish that. You may struggle because you don't have all the Zetas on CLS and Vader and all that other stuff you need for that, but just do your best. Once you finish with Jedi Knight Luke, go into Jabba. While you're doing this, again, Beskar Mandalorian, you're gonna have to be farming the Razor Crest out of shipments here. So you're gonna go to Fleet Arena, and then you should save about 4,000 of these Fleet Arena tokens. Just have them saved so that you can buy the Razor Crest anytime it pops up. So you should need to be checking this every time this refreshes, which is 4 times a day for Razor Crest. You can also get the Razor Crest in Proving Grounds. I don't know if you have a good Proving Grounds character that can do it. I think it's probably pretty easy. But this Proving Grounds, you can get a good amount of Razor Crest shards in here too. 20 each time. And then you can refresh it for 2,200 if you have access to it. So I wouldn't recommend buying the Pass Plus until you have a decent character to do that. Once you finish the Executor, you're gonna go probably into, I would say probably SLKR would be the best thing you can do. Where's your first order? Yeah, probably SLKR. SLKR is just a very good character, and he's going to be able to beat all those Proving Grounds for you. with a decent team. So you can do first order, so SLKR, and then you don't need that much after that. So you can do it with DACA Zombie, SLKR, and then other Sith. So Treya, Nihilus is the other two. So whenever you get a chance as a side farm, your next Omicrons, I'm going to want you to do Savage, Treya, Nihilus. And you can even take them to like gear 12, which is practically free. And it's still a really good team, like better than 90% of these relics that you have here. So Treya is going to be an absolute baller. So don't think like, oh, don't think that just because they're relic it means that they're better. It really does matter on the character, on how effective the team is. So yeah, that's probably what I would say team wise that you should focus on. Any questions on all that? I know it's a lot, but that'll get you where you need to be. Don't get too distracted. Like, you still need the Zetas on Star Killer. I would like you to put the Zetas on the CLS team. After that, don't be putting Zetas on like a bunch of random teams. I know this was part of the bundle and stuff, or was it? I don't remember. But don't get distracted by the shiny things. You need to only put necessary Zetas. How big is the queue today, sir? Well, I only have I have one premium review left after this one. And my wheel is still like 120 plus people. So, yeah. Yeah, I will say the hardest part about this game is, one, like the time, two, the time, and two, like the knowledge. So if you know what you're doing, this game becomes a ton easier. So if you haven't seen them, I do have the, what do you call it? Oh, my amazing views are my amazing guides. So if you check out my amazing guides, then that's gonna help you, because I forgot who, I think it was like Darth Loquorder that did the math on like how much monetary value is just playing the game every day, and it's something like $100 a day or something crazy like that. So if you play every day, it's something like $100 every day worth of value just from playing the game. So if you can become knowledgeable on how to like farm efficiently and how to use all these different resources effectively, then that is going to make you a much more effective player. And the reason why I said a player like me who knows what they're doing can pretty much play a player who's just whaling in competitiveness is because the efficiency of building an account and doing everything right can outspeed the amount of money you're playing just by playing the game correctly. So just know that I've seen people spend a lot more money than what you have and have similar or even less amount of progress, because they just didn't have the light speed bundles and they weren't like efficiently spending. So don't go into the trap of like, I'm just going to throw tons and tons of money at the game and not see that much progress, because you can. Converting Malgus shards in the shard shop is crazy. I have almost every single character in the game at 7 stars. There's a few like farms I don't have completed, but as far as like the stars, I have like 95% of all the characters at star level at 7 stars. So yeah, so all I'm saying is all I'm saying is learn the game and that's going to help you in the most in the long run. And those amazing guides will help you learn how to play efficiently. And if you can play efficiently, the hardest part probably for new players is, yeah, the farming aspect can be learned pretty much right away. Utilizing your roster effectively is going to take time. Like, you're going to lose matches a lot because you're not going to have like the Zetas or a bunch of other things. And you're going to have some unfair matchups or people in Grand Arena. But as long as you keep playing and doing your best, and then if you lose, make a lesson out of it. Why did you lose? Learn kits, learn characters, learn modding, and it'll really help. Yeah. I don't know what guild you're in, but you might. Guilds are really, really important. Really, really important. And you're progressing pretty fast that you should be in like an okay guild by now. So I'm going to take a look at your guild real quick. It's a quick little peek, because if your guild is good, that's going to go a long way too, because the way that we level up our characters from like 1 to pretty much like relic 7 and even onwards is guild income. Guild income is absolutely huge in this game. Night Sisters with Attitude, at least it's a good name. So let's see, the biggest thing that you need to do is, because it's so hard with the amount of time you have played to really like dial in where you should be. And the biggest thing that you should look for is activity. Like, you want a guild that is very active in the game. All right, Naboo. This isn't 8, 6. It's not the worst. You're starting out rote. Yeah, I guess for now this is okay-ish. I think you probably would be able to find a better one, a more active one. So, but this isn't horrible. I would say yeah. If you start hitting like 6 million, 7 million, maybe start looking at, like, you should probably move guilds every at least 6 months. Don't fall into the trap like that you have to stay with the guild that you're in right now because they're good people. I'll tell you this, I've been in a lot of good guilds, and like every single guild I joined was a good guild. So every single one. And I moved guilds about every 6 months or so, like, is when my account would progress to the point where it's like, I need to find a better guild. And this is like, you're getting, like, this is okay. This is like, you've only been playing for 3 months. You don't have good rote teams, or you don't have good raid teams. So this is perfectly fine. This box as a new player, at least this gets you in where you can start buying like relic 6, relic 7 materials pretty easily. I would say don't get stuck in alliance either. Because like I said, you're gonna, if you spend like the minimum what I told you to, like, and that's the maximum too that you're spending, you're gonna progress in this game very, very quick, and you're gonna outpace your guildmates by a lot. And generally what I tried to do is I try to find guilds where I'm like at the bottom. Like, I want to be one of the worst players in my guild, and then I progress to where I'm like a little above average, and it took me about 6 months usually to go from like the bottom of the guild to like a little above average, and then I would like move a next guild to the bottom of the guild, and then, you know, so on and so forth. And usually, and there's only a certain amount of time where you start getting into like your 500 million plus GP guilds, and at that point it really doesn't matter. Like, if you're above like 500 something million GP in a guild, then, you know, you're gonna get the rewards that you're gonna get. The biggest difference is like the raid rewards, but you're going to have to get those personal rewards to get the 520. So you're gonna have to like put the effort yourself, and if you're like getting tons of like 10 million plus and you're still getting like a 60 million box or something, then yeah, it's time to jump. But like pretty negligible if you're like, if you're wherever you are in the game, of course. But I'm just saying, sooner or later you're going to be in a point where you're gonna, like, right now you're about average for what you could expect, but if you play another 3 months, another 6 months at your speed you're progressing, you're gonna find that, like, hey, you're gonna be closer to the better amount of players in your guild, and you're gonna want to find a guild where you're like, where you're the bottom, and then you can grow, etc. And the better guild you're in, the faster you're gonna grow, because it's like, why pay thousands of dollars to progress your account, and then you're leaving, you know, even more amounts of money and progress by staying with a group? And I promise you, like, the players out there in these other guilds are good people. You're going to like them. So yeah, just something to think about. You don't have to, but you can do whatever you want. All right, Blues, did you want to jump and chat with me? It's up to you. You don't have to. Again, I know it's really late, so you guys are probably like, yeah, it's just something to think about. So you can do what you want. Yeah, you can, Salasher, if you want to. So if whenever someone's here for my reviews now, I offer to have them jump into chat. All right, message me in, or are you in my Discord? And what's your Discord name? Hey. Oh wow, that's really nice of you. Thank you, Attribu, Anti-Tribu, for the gifted memberships. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. No problem. Yeah, your name is honestly very difficult for me. Anti-Tribu. All right, but I do appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support. Yeah, very generous. Happy to help. Let me know in like 3-ish months where your progress is. I'm really interested to see, and if you like curtail your spending, I think you'll still see the amount of progress that is more, you'll be more than happy with. All right, Blues, let me find you. Hey, JP Moraes, I do appreciate it. Thanks. Okay. Boo. All right. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there you go. You've been a member of my Discord since 1 minute ago. I do appreciate it. Hey, Best Mod. Thanks for donating $5. I do appreciate it. Here, let me add you on there. Best Mod, Salasher. That's you, isn't it? The best mod. More like my only mod. Yeah, I'll add you to my list, Salasher. All right, let me start a voice call. Watching from South Africa. Nice. I've never been to the African continent. Honestly, never was really on my my to-do list. I have had a few of my buddies go over there lately. I really don't think people like when my buddies visit them, because I'm in the Marines, so if we're getting sent somewhere, usually not the best. But yeah, never went there. Spent most of my time or my career in Asia. So I live in Japan. Just lived here like 6 years altogether. All right, I sent you a voice chat, or I sent you a call, Blues. So if you can join that, por favor. I'm doing that. I will bring up your account. So has anyone watched? No spoilers. No spoilers. Do I have a specialty? Yeah. I work in air defense, so we control aircraft. Like aircraft operations, controlling them as they fly around. I am at the like tail end of my career, so I don't really do any of that stuff anymore. But that's what I did. I do other stuff. Just kind of waiting to retire. But that's leadership stuff. All right. It's okay. I know, it's pretty unique in that sense, but it's just at this point for me, it's just a job. Right now, it's like the call's pending. So if you go to your messages, you'll see a call there. You can just join the call. All right, alerts, event list. There you go. Hola. Me llamo Captain Amazing. Can you hear me? Oh, it closed it up. That's funny. All right. There you go.
Hey, sorry about that.
No worries. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So how do you pronounce your name?
Bo.
Well, yeah, but like your in-game name.
Oh, Blues.
Blues? Okay.
Yeah.
Man, number 62 in Fleet Arena. What's the story there? Are you a return player?
No. I've been slacking on the grind for the fleets.
Yeah, because you don't have to engage in it like all day. Just if your payout time's a bad time, then change your payout time. But you just play 1 hour before and try to do as many attacks as you can in that 1 hour. So you can still do all 5 in that hour. So like for me, I have it set for like 7 p.m. because I get home around like 5-ish p.m. Do whatever I'm gonna do, and then by the time like 6 to 7, I'm just like chilling so I can do my attacks. So because if you think about it, that's like 400 crystals a day or at least 300 plus you're leaving on the table.
I know. I was I was in the top like 15, and then the Punisher one came out,
Yeah, the
and
punishing one.
yeah, punishing one,
Hmm.
and just been slacking ever since then.
Yeah, but I think you can. You're not 7 stars, so the mirror kind of sucks, right?
It does, yeah, for sure.
But I don't know. I've never played an executor mirror match with the punishing one. So I don't know. I assume
Yeah.
it's not a good, it's not a fun match, but I do think that you can at least stay somewhere where you get crystals. So that's like an immediate improvement that you can do, because that's a lot that you're leaving on the table. And it kind of like, it really does snowball your account, because those are tons of refreshes that you aren't doing. That could be like 3 Cantina refreshes and like 3 or 2 normal energy refreshes. And if you do like, if someone's doing 3 Cantina, 3 normal energy refreshes compared to someone that's doing like 1 or just their normal refreshes, like that's a huge difference every single day.
Yeah, I went from 3 refreshes of every energy to now I just do the normal and the ship energy, and so I've been losing the refreshes for mod and Cantina.
Yeah, so I would try at least, like, because you can't do much. Hey, the baguette boy, how's it going? There, you can't do much about like Grand Arena, right? Like, it is what it is. But Fleet Arena you can do. Are you going for Leia right now?
Yes, I'm doing the ticket farm right now.
Okay. Oh, that's good. She's a very good character, very strong. Did you buy the Jabba bundle?
I did, yes.
Okay. So Jabba next?
Yeah, that's the plan. I didn't know if I should go for Java immediately, or do I need to go the profundity route? I don't
Do
know.
you have, can you farm tickets for Jabba right now?
No, I don't believe
Are you
I
missing
think I need
Jedi Knight?
C3. I think I need C3PO for Jedi Knight Luke.
Okay.
2 relics.
So finish Leia, get Jabba immediately,
Okay,
as fast as you
I
can.
gotcha.
Master Qui-Gon Padawan Obi-Wan. I would like to see Relic 7 on those 2 as well. Ignore gas for now.
Gotcha.
You don't have to do anything with gas.
Yeah, I did. I realized watching your takes on gas and
Yeah. I will say I have a very anti-gas stance, but most content creators don't hate gas. I'm probably the unique one. Maybe just Egnards, I think. Egnards and I are probably like the most anti-gas. And I'm not even, I don't hate gas. It's just, if you look at everything that you can unlock, and I've had this conversation a million times, there's tons of other things that give you resources and have more of an effect on your account than gas.
yeah, I
But yeah, I would like to see Executor a little higher stars. It's fine if you want to slow roll him. And then I don't think you need to farm, like, Almighty M did say, like, don't do Profundity worthless after the punishing one. Wrong. Wrong. Profundity is good. It's a good, Profundity is the only GL ship I take on offense. So I put Executor and Leviathan on defense, and I take with the Radis, and I take the Negotiator, the Malevolence, the Finalizer, the Profundity on offense. And the Profundity I used to be Leviathans. So you're saying a ship that can beat the strongest ship in the game is worthless? I would say no. It's still a very strong ship. I could also use it to beat Negotiators with Marauders. So it beats a ton. It struggles right now with Executor, and it still can be Executor. It just isn't as reliable. And I don't know, not a lot of people watch my Grand Arenas. But my last Grand Arena, I just burnered the Executor, so it was like a fully fleshed out Executor, but I burnered it, so I came in with Endurance, used all the specials, and then I came in with the Finalizer with, I didn't put the tank on the starting line. I used TIE Silencer, the Command Shuttle, and the First Order SF TIE Fighter pilot. And I didn't one shot it, but I killed it in like with just the Finalizer. So I burnered it, used all the specials with like literally junk ships, and then I came in with the Finalizer and killed it. And that was an Executor with the Punishing One. So you guys can do that too, because I see a lot of people relying on Executors for defense. But if you burner it, right, you just come in with like an Endurance, and then if for you, I would probably put like Rex, maybe a Starfighter or something, and Biston's U-Wing's like super weak, but something with at least a little bit of oomph, maybe Clone Sergeant or something that can, because what you don't want is you don't want to put like super weak, like Biston's U-Wing Jedi Consular with their like 1-star level 1, and then the Executor will AoE, and you don't want your whole team to die just by an AoE. So you want them to be able to use all their specials, and even if you can get to like the first reinforcement and the first reinforcement uses their special, then that's even better too. So yeah, but like you burner it, you come in with your Finalizer, because you could do it too, like your First Order is built up enough that you could do that. What have you been doing to deal with like Executors on defense in Grand Arena? Just lose?
No, I think I've been doing the Finalizer, Finalizer counter, but I have noticed, like, if it's with the Punishing One, if it's anything higher than a 3 stars, I usually will have to 2-shot. I think is what's been going on.
Yeah, you can still do it with that. I did the burner just because sometimes if you do because to counter the Punishing One in the start, you can't have a tank in there, and then if they burn down the TIE Silencer, you just lose. So there's like a 33% chance they AoE the TIE Silencer, and then he dies, and then you can't do anything from there. So that's why I burnered it. I burner it because then it's like pretty much 100% chance that you can kill at least the Punishing One. And then if you kill the Punishing One, then you can come in with even like a Malevolence and clean it up. So, which your
I see.
Yeah, your Malevolence isn't great, but it
I know, yeah, I still need to farm my hyena bomber and
yeah. Hey, Leia so bushy. Leia so bushy. So there's two ways you can do it. So free roster reviews are here. So like my face is hiding it, but like Caleb did. Man, Caleb's a super common name for Star Wars Galaxy Hero players. But in Captain Reviews, roster reviews in my Discord, you can put in a free request here, or you can donate more than $5 for a premium review. Yeah, so I am running a little out of time. So if I do have more reviews, I will probably do them throughout the week, but yeah, we'll see how much I can do, because I started much, usually I do this like 4 hours earlier than I started, 5 hours. But you're going to want to continue working on your ships. So see how you have not all your pilotless ships farmed. Like just farm all those ships. Each and every one of them is important. You don't have a relic malevolence, but even at this level, it's still good. I would like to see you put more prestige into this ship, because the vulture droids are based off of this base malevolence. So the stronger your malevolence, and so you have to get all the abilities up, then the stronger your vulture droids that he summons are. And that is important, because those summons can really like slap when they do assists.
Okay. Yeah, I
So
don't have a whole lot of knowledge on Malevolence.
it's a really good ship.
I think I'm working on the BTL
Yeah.
BY wing right now, and it's almost 7.
Well, you should be, I would say 2 hard nodes for ships because you have like fleet currency and you have hard node currencies, but you want to farm
Mm-hmm.
every single ship possible in the game. Like every one of them is useful in some way. So you want to get every single ship farmed. Just try to focus like one fleet at a time. So like your negotiator is probably your second most build ship. So yeah, you should probably get that fleshed out with like BTL BY wing. The Rex is kind of useless until you go for the endurance counter, and then he's still kind of useless. He just dies for you. So, but
I gotcha. That makes sense.
yeah, but like focus one fleet at a time. Always minimum. You could always do more. Like there was a time in my Star Wars Galaxy Hero career where I was farming like 4 to 6 ships at a time. So you want to get those up and running as soon as possible. Radis isn't completely useless. Make sure you're farming her shards every day. But it's not a useless ship, believe it or not. It's still, especially since you have like the comeuppance and the MG100 Star Fortress. So if the Star Fortress was like 7 stars and you put a little bit of effort into Zori, like that is actually a pretty good offensive or defensive ship. Like on offense, it absolutely dunks on Malevolence. On defense, it can get some sneaky hold. If not, it can like steal some banners. So it's still not a priority. Like I would rather you build out like the negotiator, the executor, the profundity, the leviathan, the chimera, the executrix, malevolence, maybe even the durance now. But it's a close like 9th fleet or something. But you have it,
Yeah.
and you're you get what I'm saying. It's not as completely useless as people say it is.
Yeah, for my ship energy, I think I have the MG100 right now because I've pretty much farmed all of the ships except MG100 and Razor or whatever that is. I forgot
The Hyena bomber.
what it's called. It's Kyle Katarn ship.
Oh, that one's still okay. Just whenever you get a chance, farm it. It has its uses, especially because it has like a lot of foresight. So you can use it for like when you have fleet galactic challenges and you need to get like a bunch of foresight. You can use like the home one for that. But it's not a bad ship because sometimes, even with the profundity, there's sometimes I use the home one for a cleanup, and the Kyle Katarn ship is actually a good it's a decent ship with leftover. It's still not like premium level, but it still cleans some stuff up. So it's like I said, there's times in fleets where I won by full clearing them, and I used literally every single ship in the game because it was like really bad RNG. So there's always a use for every single ship, believe it or not.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but just one fleet at a time, and then you'll get there. I do think that you're pretty much, once you farm, I would say like 3 or 4 GLs, it's time to farm your second GL ship. So if you finish like Leia, Jabba, probably Rey, then you can come back and do like a profundity. Or if by that time that is finished and they announce the 2025 fleet, and you should have enough juice to get the conquest characters or whatever else you have for that, then I would say go for that fleet. Because if you can get the 2020 whatever new fleet whenever they release that, that's really going to like elevate your roster. Because that's what I did. Like I was a return player and I farmed the Leviathan when it came out, and that it was really hard. It took a ton of crystals and preparing and farming like specific counters to do the Malgus Proving Grounds, but I did it, and then it's been the best investment I could have done in the game. So the next fleet that comes out, you're going to want to farm that so that so you don't have to worry about your fleet income.
For sure. I think, yeah, that's a good plan.
But if they still don't release one, then farm profundity. For whatever reason, you know what I mean? Like if they don't,
Yeah.
if they just don't, they keep slow roll. I keep saying like, hey, they're gonna release one. They're gonna now. I don't know, man. I don't know. It could be like 2 years from now, and they're like, oh, hey, here's a fleet. Here's another fleet. You know, like I don't know. It could be a year. Could be 3 months or 6 months. I don't know. Who knows? Somewhere between 3 months to 5 years or something, we should get a new fleet. So I would say focus on like weaving in assault battles though, because when you'll have like Jedi Knight Luke, you'll have Jabba, you have the Imperial troopers, so you have the Imperial troopers assault battles, right?
Yeah, I just recently, whenever I got that bundle for the Imperial Remnant, um, yeah, I switched over some mods because I didn't have them modded up very good, and ended up getting the CT3.
And then you have rebels, so you can do the rebel one. So you have Night Sisters. You don't have Night Sisters.
Yeah, I don't have Night Sisters. I don't have Night Sisters, the Jedi, and the Sith.
So when I don't know if this can beat CT1. I'm gonna see. Like I'm not gonna put any Zetas on Tusken Warrior or anything, but I'm gonna see if I did see a video where someone beat it with like Relic 7 at Challenge Tier 3. It looked pretty dicey, so I don't know, but I'm hoping they could beat like Challenge Tier 1 maybe Challenge Tier 2. That would be really nice for you, right? If they can. Oh, that's for the other one.
Yeah, that would be nice.
So Tuskens might be able to do your Inquisitor ones, at least. Probably Challenge Tier 1, I'm hoping, at least, is very approachable. Night Sisters is Phoenix, so you probably have Challenge Tier 1, maybe.
So I think I have a 2-star on Challenge Tier 2.
Yeah, sometimes you can. It's really dicey. I tried. It's the last phase, right? Like, because Nihilus just starts.
Nihilus? Yeah.
Yeah, he just starts yeeting everyone. And I think there's a way, if you get lucky, to put the respawn, the rise together or something. Maybe, I don't know, but we'll see. But yeah, I think if you do that, should be okay. But I think your assault battles are looking pretty good. I want to see Master Qui-Gon Padawan Obi-Wan. So after you finish Jabba, before you start, like, if you want to, you can do SLK, or you have SLK, sorry. If you want to, you can do Master Qui-Gon Padawan Obi-Wan after Jabba, is when I would recommend you taking them to Relic 7, because their assault battle's really, really good.
Okay, I gotcha. Yeah.
I don't even know with this Imperial Remnant squad. It takes so much investment for you to even beat them. So I don't know. Hey, Leia Sobushi, thanks for the donation. Yeah, I'll get you right after Celestia. Hey, Ray Rock, how's it going? But yeah, I don't know if I would recommend the Imperial Remnant one. It's such a horrible assault battle. But the Poncho Bros, easy Relic 7 after Jabba. So Leia, Jabba, Poncho Bros. Once you get, or Jedi Knight Luke is going to give you the 7-star or the 3-star for the Jedi assault battle. So that's going to be nice for you. You'll want to get Grandmaster Yoda at least to gear 12 for that. Grandmaster Yoda is very important for that assault battle for 2 reasons. Him and Hermit Yoda with their Zetas is going to keep everyone alive. So you can go and because pretty much there's times where the enemy is going to be taking teams. So instead of that though, you can use, where is he at? Where are you at? Jolie, but you don't really have him up and running though. Because Jolie can revive people. So if you do end up, like, if someone accidentally dies, Jolie could bring him back, but you don't have him as an option. But even with like all this junk, even if you just like take whatever relic Jedi you have, you can probably still do challenge tier 3 with Jedi Knight Luke. But Grandmaster Yoda does make it a lot easier. Same thing as like putting a Zeta on the Foresight for Hermit Yoda. So up to you on what you want to do, but I think the characters themselves are really good. So you're gonna want Jedi Master or Grandmaster Yoda up anyways, and Hermit Yoda, and you're gonna want their Zetas on their Foresights. So
Who would be my leader, I guess.
Jedi Knight Luke.
Oh, once I get, okay.
Yeah, once you get him, yeah,
Okay.
Jedi Knight Luke, because you could do it. I've seen people do it like Gear 7 Jedi Knight Luke. Yeah, Owie. You're right. Like 2 characters for that assault battle is a steal. That's why I have mine Relic 9. But yeah, I would get these guys. Especially in Grandmaster Yoda, he takes a bunch of turns, so he feeds a ton of turn meter to Jedi Knight Luke, which allows him to get to his stun before you beat the phase, so that you can start the next phase with Jedi Knight Luke having 100% turn meter and then be able to stun everyone, and that gives you time to like go through. So I have a guide for it, but you're pretty much going to be looking really well once you finish Jabba, Jedi Knight Luke for your assault battles, and with the Tuskens. I wouldn't sweat the Imperial Remnant ones. If you finish your ships and you can start farming the Imperial Remnant squad, I think that's nice, but it's not like a priority, I would say, for you. And then yeah, so finish those 3 light speed bundle characters. So JML, I imagine you probably bought his bundle, right?
Yes, I did.
So you're gonna probably want JML after Jabba, as far as like after the Puncher Bros, then JML, and then you'll go into Rey. So after,
I got you.
yeah, and after you finish those, like just finish a GL level ship, whichever one. Profundity is pretty close. It's a good ship. It's also the characters are really good, and then you can from there just kind of, probably the next fleet will probably be out by then, but I will say once that fleet gets announced, just drop whatever you're doing, and you don't have to like drop it, but you need to go 100% for that fleet. If in like 3 months or so, or 6 months, they announce a new fleet, then whatever you're doing, you got to go all in on that. Okay.
For sure, I got you.
Yeah. And then let's look at your mods. Jabba's going to really help your mods, by the way. So that's why I'd like to get him sooner rather than later. But you're already farming tickets for Leia, and Leia's super good, so you're going to want her anyways. These are okay. He's a little slow, but this is not good. This is not good. This is really good. So mid. This is good-ish, in the realm of good. This is not as good as I would hope. So like the circle needs to change, right? I'm sure you know this.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have to find a replacement for that sooner or later. And then the cross. The cross. So this cross is essentially useless. If like, don't get me wrong, this isn't a bad cross. This is actually better for JML. And you could probably work this to get to make it a lot better. But this is like a potentially really good JML mod, because it still has potential here. Like you can slice it one time. If it hits speed, you can slice it up to 6A, or you can like slice it all the way and calibrate it into speed or something. But it like shows potential, right? Because it's protection primary on a speed with decent speed and potency. This is exactly what JML wants. The problem with SOKR is, look at his protection. It's like teeny tiny, right? It's like it's doing almost nothing for him. So you don't want that. He needs offense. So he wants either damage, or if you want to, you can double down on health. Because actually my cross is a health, believe it or not, because I don't have a health set. I have a defense set on him. So I have health here and health here with like good offense and speed secondaries. So if same thing as Rey, like you can health with offense secondaries is how you maximize like the overall stats of a character, but protection is just not good for him. So Once you find a replacement, just replace it. I get you probably don't have one.
Okay, yeah, I gotcha.
You are going to want all 6-dot mods. So this is a good mod. It has decent speed. So you can 6-dot this one because it has the circle on them. So that would probably be my next 6-dot target for you, would be this one. This triangle is a pilot mod. I would just change it once you have a decent triangle for Piet. So because you want him to be fast. And then did you watch my mod guides?
Yes, I have recently. I mean, ever since I have been watching, my modding has been going a lot better.
Yeah, because I see a lot of potential here. And the thing I love about Java is, see all these like mods that may have like, not these bad, but like this one, it's okay. This one. So stuff like this where you have it, but you probably just don't have the materials to keep working it right. Or maybe you do and you just haven't worked it. But Java gives you a lot of material, same as the Poncho Bros. Just give you more material so you can like, because I don't specifically use my mod energy to farm like slicing materials for over 6 dots. I get all that passively through either the Galactic Challenge or the new pass stuff, or Java is how I get it. So I would say also the assault battles, but yeah, like all my energy is going into building or finding mods and building them to where they have the potential to 6 dots, and also 6-dotting them, and then the rest is kind of like passive. So you can keep doing that, like just farm more mods, watch the guides, work high potential mods. This is a really good one. Work high potential ones, and it does seem like you know what you're doing, and you probably it does seem like there's some good mods here, and then there's some really bad ones. So I'm assuming at this point probably the really bad ones were before you watched my guide.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because kind of like a mixed bag, but you have good mods, which means I would say about like half of them are probably higher potential mods, which means you kind of know what you're doing. So that's good. Yeah, I'm surprised to see you have 2 really good crit damage triangles. This one, believe it or not, you can just keep slicing to 6A and then calibrate twice. Because one, it's like you want this health and you want this last speed, and this could easily be like a 26, 27 speed mod, so you want to keep working it.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, but overall, decent.
I was going to ask.
Uh-huh.
Oh, for Leia mods?
Mm-hmm.
With her, it's a health and speed set.
Yeah.
And is it just straight health?
Yeah, health with health
on everything.
Yep.
Okay.
I personally have a speed here. I'm pretty much done with your account, but I can show you my Leia mods. So mine's relic 7, so it's not relic 9. But you can see I have like 140k health and 568 speed. So I like 560 speed on her, and then you just want like health. And then I have a speed one with health on it. You can maybe do something differently if you want to. Like if you wanted to go health primary with speed, you can. I probably could if I wanted to, but I'm fine at least until I relic 9 her. And she doesn't want like as much health as possible, but you want like health secondaries on the square and the diamond, but like to your best ability, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Man, this is a really good one. I almost dropped an F-bomb on how good this mod is. I didn't even know. Yeah, so that's a fantastic mod. But yeah, that's how you want to mod her. And again, like you can do health primary here, but you don't want, I've seen people have like 500 speed Leias or something. It's too slow. You want at least 160k health That's gonna require like higher relics. But yeah,
Right.
she's not a bad cat. Like she's a good R9. The problem is there's so many R9s that we need in the game now that it's hard for me to be like R9. You're even JML. I've been telling people like just leave him at relic 7 and just keep it moving. So yeah.
Well, all right. Sounds like a plan.
Yep. But yeah, thanks for Blues for jumping on chat.
Yeah. Thank you
yeah.
for the review.
Yeah, no problem. Any questions before we go?
I guess one last question. When would
Yeah.
be a good time to farm like Jedi Knight Revan? Or like the Revans in general?
So Revan after JML? Like, because for Jedis, right? Like there's a few that really elevate. Like when you get Relic 7 for Padawan Obi-Wan Master Qui-Gon, they're actually a fantastic pair, like in themselves. So you can use them with JML. They have tons of synergy with each other. And then I've even used them with like JMK. I've used them with JML. You can use them with like Padme under Basilisk Sean. But Jedi Knight Revan is pretty integral in a lot of counters, even if you can take him, because he allows everyone to pretty much attack out of off of taunt or marked or anything like that. So like and the problem is like we don't know when we're going to get a Lightspeed bundle, but the good news is you can just like farm Jedi Knight Revan and get the characters at low gear, so he doesn't hit. You don't need relics for his requirements to unlock him. So you can like low gear unlock him, and you can low gear unlock this Darth Revan, and then from there you can still benefit if they come out with a bundle. Like it's not going to help you with the shards, but the shards are accelerated anyways. So I would say after you finish your GLs that you bought the bundles and you've unlocked them, if they haven't released a Jedi Knight Revan bundle by then yeah, I would say go for Jedi Knight Revan.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, but that would probably be the earliest. I wouldn't farm him before you had like Jabba, Rey, SLKR, JML. But in that time, you could probably farm his shards and unlock him passively because of how easy that farm is. It really, really fast farm. So if you want to farm the shards, you can. Just know I don't want you to like skip out on your ships and not farm ships because you're farming like a side character, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, but
I think I'm farming the shards right now, but I was doing it passively, so
yeah, and I will say this about shard farming, like you can farm every single shard in the game before you finish all your other farms. Like I have every hard node farmed except for Merrick and Shin, and I've been playing for 3 years, and it's not like I go crazy for shards or anything. So the bottleneck for shards isn't, it takes a few years, yeah, but it's not as long as like the bottleneck for signal data or relics or all these other things. And it's nice to have the option to farm anything you want. So like literally right now I could farm any farm I wanted to, free to play, of course, that are like free to play accessible. So that's a nice thing to have, is you can choose what's best for your account rather than like what are you ready to farm right now. So I would say always prioritize shards over like farming Kairos or whatever else with your energy.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of Kairos recently.
You can,
I don't even know how.
if you bought the Pass Plus, they give you free ones. So that could have helped you because as you're using them.
I did buy the 20. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so you get Kyrotech in here, and then it's like 300 Kyrotech that you got in this pretty much, because it's like 100 for this, 100 for this, and then 100 for What is this? This piece of shit one that not very many characters can use except for the new ones. So that's 300 Kyrotech that you got. So you probably used the other two, and then that was an easy, 200 Kyrotech that you normally don't have. Yeah. All right, but thanks for chatting.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, take care.
Appreciate it.
No problem. All right, Soul Lasher, where are you at? Where are you at? I messaged you before, so let's find your stuff. Soul Lasher. My best mod members. Soul Lasher. What's your Discord name, dude? Just Asher. Oh, yeah. There you go. That's right. Hey. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Of course.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
Not bad. Where are you from?
New Zealand.
New Zealand? How's that?
I mean, pretty fun.
I recently saw a video of a New Zealand lawmaker doing a I forgot the name of it. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
You'll never clue, no.
It had to do with like I don't want to use like the wrong vernaculars, but pretty much like how re-evaluating how your constitution did something, and then they did it's like an angry dance thing.
Oh, like the haka?
Yeah, haka. So she started doing like a haka, and then everyone started doing a haka.
Oh.
And as a lawmaker, it's a pretty good video. It went like
That's when you know
viral.
they mean business.
Yeah. So, I forgot what the exact details of it was, but
Yeah.
So you
I mean, I'm currently living in Australia at the moment, but
Oh, okay. Just
yeah.
right over the pond.
Exactly. Bit of traveling.
Yeah.
Just got back and back into the game.
I want to go to Australia, but hey, Leakies, how's it going? And Dark previous. Yeah. All right, give me your account deets.
Give me to say it out or just put it in the chat?
In the chat, please. So I can, just in case I have to like back out for whatever reason, I can jump back in there. So how are you doing? What have you been up to?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I mean, I took a little break. I went to Brazil for 6 weeks.
Brazil? Did you get a Brazilian butt lift?
Of course.
Yeah.
I got that BBL.
Yep.
And yeah, I don't know, kind of got not burnt out from the game. I was just too busy to play. So I dropped from Kyber down to Erodium because I just keep missing my sign-ups for Grand Arena. But yeah, then I got back, and then my guild leader left, so then we kind of all merged into one big guild. So I mean, yeah, seems to be going okay so far.
Too busy to play the game. I can't relate. I'm honestly very busy.
Dailies, I just missed Grand Arena sign-up.
Oh, you just missed I'll say this because here I'll back out. This is why I said so they've been like smashing our side of the screen with like all this crap, right? So you don't really notice when it's like sign up for GAC here, right? Because they have so much crap just here now. It's like flooding our screens. So I get it.
Well, even when I did sign up, I just forgot to do my battles, and then
Oh really?
anything. Oh fuck.
As long, I would say like at least attack once if you can.
Yeah, I know. Keep
'Cause-
missing, but yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Great Mothers. So you wailed out on that.
Yeah.
Jabba.
Free to play.
What's going on with Jabba?
Yeah, so I just got the pack for that, so I only need, I think I need 15 more shards of him.
Okay.
And then I should have Jabba. I think I've got all the gear ready as well.
You're gonna
And
need
then,
Bush is gonna need a Zeta at least. And the are you hard up for the Omegas?
yeah, I just smashed through them. Yeah, when I got that pack, because I threw some Omegas on Hondo for the Balon team. Balon,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But yeah, I'm Zeta poor, so
I am Zeta homeless. I am Zeta
yeah.
homeless. Where are you at? Mercenaries. Balin, nice. How's this guy been performing for you? You put him on
Pretty
defense?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think I've thrown him on defense since I've got him. I think he's only held once.
Really?
Yeah,
I think if you
terrible.
put like Balin and the bottom, or like Night Sisters on the top, Balin on the bottom or something, they're not going to get through your defense. Really? What'd they beat him with? Oh, you probably wouldn't even know.
I could probably go check. But yeah, it was a few weeks ago because I remember like putting them down and about, haha, they're never going to get through this, and then I checked straight away and they were already defeated. But I don't have my Rock Zeta either, so I mean, I don't know if that's a huge component, but
I don't know.
yeah.
But I think if you put like the Balin, Night Sisters on top, Balin on the bottom, you should be good to go. Like he's a monster. Or you could even probably go like Leia, Balin on the bottom, and then just Night Sisters, whatever on the top, Rey.
Yeah.
Just take the rest. Just one zone clear, and you'll get the win. Especially in a Rhodium, like you know, Balin can be cheesed. What beats Balin right now? I don't even know.
I mean, let me go check while you do this.
Well,
Because I mean, he
there's
hasn't been
no
beaten this rotation, but
yeah,
there's no
there's no
5v5.
data.
Yeah, so sorry, that might be it. Maybe he got smacked in threes, but in fives, maybe he's better.
Gungans? Really? Maybe. Well, that's okay. I don't know. Every content creator I've watched struggled. But maybe it's the content creators I watched. I don't know. I still think he's probably a premium defense. But if you put Leia, Balin on the bottom, Night Sisters, Rey on top, you should be good to go. Because Queen
Yeah, I mean,
Amidala, Bane, Star Killer, Enoch's kind of shit, right? He's honestly,
yeah.
he's not good. Riva. Really? I don't know. Maybe they're not good ones because I've from what I've seen with his Datacron, he just like slaps. Murdered with Gungans. Maybe Gungans then. I don't know. It's good to know. So you can take your Gungans to beat some Balins.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, but Jabba, all in on the Jabba train. You kind of lucked
Yeah,
in
I
on
mean,
that one. I don't
I was going purely for the Ahsoka Rex, and then they dropped that
honest.
bundle.
Yeah,
So,
honestly, you're making me look bad as my mod, and you don't even have Jabba. I don't know. I don't know how I can endorse you as a mod with without having that
I'm
Jabba.
endorsed as the most roasted. So, I
Yeah.
mean, so yeah, should have him finally, which would be nice. And I mean, question with that, with doing the smugglers run, am I going to need, like, is it possible while I'm throwing Zetas on him to do it without having all the Zetas, or am I going to need?
Yeah,
all the
probably. Probably. You want to be a mod, Ray Rock? Here, let's do this. Here. Give me a second. I don't think I have I only have quick buttons to do bad things to you, Ray Rock. I don't have quick buttons to. Oh, here I can like hit this. There you go. Boom. Report. Man, this is all just like negative stuff. I'll figure it out later. All right, so I would have to look and see here. Someone asked me that too, and I was like, bro, I don't know. I know you can do it without the alt. Alt is like you'll want his payout, of course. Galactica Legend, maybe not as important. He's just a big ass character. Lead, the lead, da da da. Turn meter or Huckers. I would say this probably isn't important. So lead's not important, or is that a unique? This unique, the illustrious, probably decent, but this one is not. It's not important for that.
Yes, I think
So you'll need
kind of,
you'll need the contract. So you'll want his lead if you can. I would say Crumb's Revenge is important.
Mhm.
So this one, Crumb's Revenge, probably is very important. Crime Lord, not as important, honestly. So Crumb's Revenge, and then Basic is very good. So I would say two, Illicit Business and Crumb's Revenge are the minimum.
Okay.
Hey, Dark Previous. I don't know if I'll have time today because I have to go walk my dog and spend time with my wife. So I don't know if I'm gonna get to any. I will do some free ones. I'll try to this week to do some wheel spins. But yeah, these two at least. Illicit Business, Crumb's Revenge. The alt will make it a lot faster, but like these two. But yeah, that's probably it. Skeleton Crew. Oh, I love the Skeleton Crew. No spoilers. Really good. I'm really excited for the Skeleton Crew. But that's what I would do. Those two will probably get most of what you need. And the team that you're gonna do it with, you're gonna go with. There's a bunch of different guides on different people, but I have really good success with this. It's a Jabba, Boba, Bush, Kersantin, and then you're also going to want Chewbacca. So Chewbacca is the fifth.
Okay.
And Chewbacca is important is because he does tenacity down on his basics. He can also this is also pretty nice to dispel all buffs. You never use Furious Bowcaster. So like 95% of the time I'm using overcharged shots to putting tenacity down so Bush can keep putting bombs, thermals on them, and then they just blow themselves up. So that's ideally what you're looking for. And then you can get through it. I 3-starred it without the alt, so I think you can too.
Okay.
May take some restarts though. In the beginning, they do hit really hard, so you have to hope they either like kill Boba once or they attack into like Kersantin or something. And then once you put taunt on Kersantin and then you get through a few of those specials, then Chewbacca assists, and then you put all the thermals out there, you hit contract, you get damage immunity, and then once you get through an additional phase, it raises everyone and you get damage immunity. Makes it super easy. Usually you don't want to use your alt. If you don't have it, it's not that big of a deal. You just keep using like Chewbacca and the thermals to kill everyone. But you don't use your alt because when you use Crumb's Revenge, it does like 6 thermals on everyone and everyone just kind of like blows up. So
Right.
yeah. Yeah, also, yeah, the health percent damage is also another good one that Aoi was saying. When he does his basics and everyone assists, and he does health percent damage too, and it just does a ton of damage. So,
Okay.
yeah, that's how you do it.
Okay. So after Jabba and the new Galactic Legend Ahsoka, like what would you do after that? I mean, I was thinking.
So you are doing Ashoka?
Ashoka.
Okay. How far are you from How far are you from Leviathan? You have Malgus. You have Malgus. What's going on with this? When are you gonna stop disrespecting my man's Malgus?
Well, that was going to be my follow-up question. Is I just got Seer and Cal because the guild were like, obviously we need that, so I just got that, and then I think on this next proving grounds I should get Bane.
How far are you from Bomando?
I just need Paz and IG.
So I'll say this. So you have Zepho, right? Like you have Jedi Knight Calcastus here somewhere?
Yeah, just got it last week.
Okay, so if you have that, then I would say another good thing to do after is like get Bo-Katan Mandalore so that I don't know how good your guild is, but if you're not getting Zepho and Mandalore and you have Jedi Knight Cal Kestis and Bo-Katan Mandalore, then you should be a Relic 9 Beck, jeez. You should be able to find a guild that will let you in.
Yeah, no, the guild that I don't know, just kind of merged into seems pretty good.
Yeah, but if you're not getting Zepho and Mandalore, is it
Oh no,
really
they're
that
like
good?
forcing it, so I'm like,
All right,
they're all getting it. But
okay, then that's good. Then I would say get Bo-Katan Mandalore, and then start farming the ships for Leviathan.
would you make a quick stop at like finishing an UFU team, seeing as it just got like Seer and stuff up? Or no?
Would I? Is that what you asked?
Correct.
So, I personally would not.
Okay.
You can see I did Bo-Katan, and then I'm gonna do Ufus. So I would value Bo-Katan over. And I have all the gear and stuff ready. Like I literally have everything I needed to fully get this up. Like yesterday I could have like all the Zetas, all the Omicrons for this team and taken them all to like Relic 7. I didn't, and I'm not, because I'm like investing in the Bo-Katan. I'm gonna get Bo-Katan, and then I'm probably on the same day I get Bo-Katan to Relic 7, I'll Relic 7 Terran Malicos and Relic 5 Ahsoka Tano. So no, I would value Bo-Katan first and then finish your Ufus. Like, but it's a close second. Like, this is a banger team, but so is Bo-Katan Mandalore is also bangerific, right? So,
Yeah.
but Malicos doesn't give you anything where Bo-Katan Mandalore gives you access to Mandalore.
Okay.
Out of the box
Damn.
too. So you don't have to like farm anything else. You just take her to Relic 7 and you get Mandalore access with your guild.
And these new trooper assault battle worth taking to R9 or no?
After Bo-Katan Mandalore.
Okay.
So if you have Bo-Katan Mandalore, then I'm thinking this is what I'm thinking. I'm gonna Relic 7 them. If the next raid required or has these guys in them, I'm gonna Relic 9 them. If it doesn't,
Good plan.
I probably won't. So
Okay.
is what I'm thinking. I don't know, because they suck. You know what I mean? Like they're like, because the bros, if you got the bros up and running, they're bangerific, right? These guys smash. These guys, you know, all the ladies want to date them. All the dudes want to be them. They're the best. So they're good. They even beat like Rey Ezrael teams right now. They beat Leia teams for forever. They smash Gungans. They're just amazing characters, and they have two of them together give you all those R9 and their assault battles. But these three guys suck. They're wallflowers, you know. They're bench riders. Enoch's good in the DTMG team because of his unique. This one, Ominous Sentinel. It's good. Good.
I mean, because I'm a TW fanboy, I put the one on Death Trooper and I put them with my great mothers. And
Okay.
I've only been beaten twice so far in TW.
It is really hard. I've faced them with I faced those teams, and it is so annoying.
Yeah, I've never faced it, but
I lost.
yeah.
It was my fault because I didn't know what I just kind of went in half cocked and I found out, you know. But I took in a JMK with Plokron and just played it badly and lost. I didn't read. I tried to insta kill the Great Mothers and then nothing happened, and I was like, oh, they have insta defeat immunity. And then from there, my morale was destroyed, and they just dismantled me. But only happened once, so.
It'd have to be the strongest team ever, I think, for TW.
They're good with the Night Sister Cron. They're really strong.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would Relic 7 these guys for now. Let's just wait, put a pin on it. There's other R9, like you need other R9s. You need Leviathan is so good. It's so good. And you don't have the Leviathan. I don't think you have the Profundity either, right?
No.
So you don't have 3 R9 requirements. And then do you have the R9 requirements for GL Ahsoka yet?
I'm close, but not quite.
That's what she said.
She did.
All right. You don't even have the Zetas for Seer.
Yeah, apparently you don't need them for the mission. You just need the ones
No.
on.
Determined Assault does help.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because otherwise, because she can just like delete the last dude. Because if you do the defensive, like I do the turtle method, and you just make a really, really like a sturdy defensive Seer and Jedi Knight Calcastus with health and tons of defense. And pretty much you do like 1 or 2 armor shreds on the dude, and you insta kill the other one. The thing is, if you can get to her assault, she just like insta kills the guy, and then you win. So
Right.
I did not like this one. Is a Zeta, right? Windmill defense. Which Zeta are you missing?
I think it's probably that one. I don't know. They told me to add 2, and the third one's kind of like a luxury. So I was like, okay.
Well, the windmill defense is good when you use him, and his mods are shit. So I don't know how much of great effect you're using your. It's not even the right mod set, but like windmill defense is every other turn you're giving a turn to another Jedi, like a bonus turn. So it's good. I get your Zeta homeless. So yeah, I get it. I get it. Looking at like how little and Jabba and everything, I probably wouldn't do it either. I'd probably just do the bare minimum. And as long as you do the defensive turtle method, then you'll be fine. Aoi, my stance on Gear 12 Traya is I think it's great. I'm personally like my Traya is Gear 12. I'm thinking about like you need to what is this?
Went for that C bundle.
The C bundle for Traya? And Savage?
Who knows? If they give us
and Nihilus?
bundles, maybe they give us the trios.
No, just Gear 12 Traya and give her Almies. And then Gear 12 Nihilus, he doesn't even need any Zetas. But Treya's so good. This is so much power you're leaving on the table. Even Gear 12, like my Gear 12 Treya slaps. And they don't have good mods. People are like, oh, because you have good mods. Like I have shit mods on my Treya and my Nihilus. And I have actually a really well modded Savage. But like the team slaps just because they're Omicrons. So yeah, but Gear 12 Treya is great. Not this Treya or this Nihilus, but Gear 12 Treya is so good.
Arming the Ahsoka Rex thing.
Yeah, even like in 5s, I go like Treya, Nihilus, Savage, Vader, Talon. It's so good, so good.
That's the other thing. I think this proving ground, I should be able to get Bane, and I'm like, ugh, probably someone else, probably.
Yeah, but I would prioritize Bo-Katan Mandalore, and then after that, like you need to go for your Leviathan. And then whenever the 2025 fleet comes out, just go for that. But you need Leviathan.
Did you get Leviathan before Profundity?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Funny just seems so trashed.
I only had SOKR and Executor when I got the Leviathan. That was it. I had SOKR Executor. I went SOKR Executor Leviathan. I no regrets.
Okay.
So Aoi, I don't think it's bad to have Treya. I like income. So if you need Treya for Proving Grounds, because she's an excellent Proving Grounds character. So if you need her Relic 3 for Proving Grounds, same as Nihilus, like you can do like SOKR, Daka Zombie, Treya, Nihilus, and that's a really good Proving Grounds team that can beat the Malgus at like Malgus Proving Ground at 3 stars. So, you know, that's a good thing. I did the Malik Thrawn, and that's what my guide is. But Trey is also a decent Proving Grounds character. But yeah, that's what I would do. So Lasher, your account's looking good. It's not bad. Once you get Jabba, I can finally say like I can approve your account. Your account looks it's well-orific right now, but you lucked into the Jabba bundle. So
literally perfect. I had every other requirement other than Tusken, the Jawa, and the
Yeah.
Java bundle. So as soon as I did that,
Mhm.
I just needed an R6 Greedo done.
Yeah, so you lucked into that. Just get it sooner rather than later. Sooner rather than later. But nice
Maybe
talk.
tomorrow I should have Java done.
That's good.
Yeah,
But it's good.
Not done.
Yeah, like
Zadeless.
yeah.
But
I get it. I'm like hurting on Zetas. I talked about this earlier. I don't know if you were here, but like my squads, I'm missing 22 squads. 22.
Yeah.
So the average player I'm playing against, I have like 22 less teams than them. That's a good amount of teams if you think about it.
yeah. Oh,
And-
one question for you. With
Yeah.
with Hondo, do you think I should make a sacrifice and throw his Zeta on so that he's apparently I was listening to a stream today and they were saying
For
he's
this one?
useless without his like the
Yeah.
handcuff one, whatever that's called.
Yeah, the I don't want to kill you per se. So
Yeah.
you have this team, so I think it would be worth it. And then if you put this Zeta on there, you can unlock Afra, and at least you could have Afra sitting there. I don't think you should invest in Afra right now. But for you, yeah, I think it's worth it because he's a good 4th or 5th in your Balin Skull team. So I'm not doing it because one, I don't have the prepared squad. I do, it's right here, but same thing as you. I'm like, I don't have the Zetas to do this. I could technically put an Omicron on Dash now, but I still don't have the Zeta or the Omegas to do the Vandor. So, and then this squad isn't as important anymore because Hondo now goes to Balin. So this squad like now
Do you
is
think I should
less
throw
important.
That Omeon as well.
The what?
No. The Omicron on Hondo or no?
I wouldn't now. You have other ones that are more important, like Treya,
True.
Malikos. You'll need you'll need 3 for Ezreal probably. You'll probably need 3 for Malikos. It's looking like probably 3 for the new Ray. So no, I would say it's probably not a good time. You need 2 for Bo-Katan. I don't know how many Ezra Exile needs. I think we'll wait and see, right? And I don't know how many Ray Darkside, but I know minimum they at least 2 look really good. So this one looks really good because since you're losing turn meter, you're getting 10% health every time this happens. So every time a first order ally is inflicted with the debuff, they lose 1% turn meter. They're getting 10% health, so that's probably going to be like super strong. I don't know about all these. We'll wait and see. But her Omicrons look good, and honestly, hey SWGOH, all the Omicrons for like the latest characters like Ezreal, Ray Darkside, Balin Skull, they all look like 3 Omicron, like even Malikos. It looks like they're forcing us to do the 3 because before it was like Jar Jar, Bo-Katan, Afra, like all these characters. You're like 2 is good enough, you know, like 2 Omicrons, and the third even what do you call it, like Quadme. All these characters are like 2 Omicrons. Riva's 2 Omicrons, Malgus is 2, Darth Bane is 2. So it was pretty much like, okay, we need 2 Omicrons, but these latest characters, I think they've caught on and they're like, okay, we can't just give them like 2 good ones and 1 luxury, like we need to do the 3. So it looks like all the new characters, that's like 9 Omicrons right here, 12, 14, you know, that I'm behind. 15 maybe, I don't know. So I imagine you're somewhere in the same position, so I wouldn't put luxury Omicrons out, especially since you've invested 3 into the Balin Skull team already.
Mm-hmm. Okie dokie.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for chit chatting.
I know. Thank you.
All right.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll see you around.
Same.
All right. Leia Sobushi. Let's see what's going on. Are you here, Leia? I do think your name is hilarious. It's a hilarious name. Let's do this. Leia. Let's see. All right, so if you're here. Oh, look at you doing your job, Slasher. I don't know why you banned him, but good job on that. All right, the Afro bundle gave 3 Zetas. Yeah, I was like really surprised that how many Zetas we got. So I'm actually pretty happy with the Tuscan one. Because if you got the Tuscan bundle, the Chieftain lead one is very important. Did you want to jump in chat, Leia Sobushi? Not a requirement, but if you want to, it's good. But really happy that the lead Zeta is on this one, because that means you should level 15 their mob. Just put a speed. Like, this guy's really, really quick, actually. Give him a speed, because I have like crap mods on Tuscan Chieftain, and he's still over 300 speed. So put a speed arrow on him, a full speed set, because as you can see, you only have like 3. So put a speed arrow here, and he'll probably hit close to 300. But this team is out of the box good. Out of the box good. Even without the Zetas on Tuscan Warrior, like, give them real mods. You know what I mean? Like, at least some real mods. There's no reason to have mods like this on characters. Okay, no worries, Leia Sobushi. But I would give them real mods. These are probably like the mods that you had on them for forever before, but I would. But that free Zeta is like really good. All right, so you have 6 GLs. You have 4 ultimates. Yeah, finish your ultimates. You have a Relic 9 JML, Relic 8 Ray. Please. Pretty please. With the less sugar on top. Unlock these ultimates. I'm sure you're doing it. I would probably put Ray's ultimate first and then JML's. Like, JML's ultimate is good. But they're both good. They're both. And honestly, right now, we're done with chases. Like, chases are gone. I think they couldn't fix us getting double drops for this, so they stopped. I'm glad I get you. I'm glad I make you laugh, Ray Rock. That's why I guess that's why I'm here. All right, it looks like you're going for Ahsoka. Yeah, I did it yesterday. I think I just went through and gave them decent, like, whatever leftover mods I just had on the bottom of the barrel, just like +8, +9 speed mods, and yeah, Tuscan Chieftain was over 300 speed. So that team, believe it or not, can actually do some stuff. You'll never know if you just give them okay, like, normal mods. Ray's alt right now, okay, good. And then JML after that. And I think you're working on GL Ahsoka. Am I wrong? Maybe not. Maybe not. No, probably not. You just have an R8 Commander Ahsoka Tano. For the funsies. At least it's she was a good character before, but now, you know, you'll need a Relic 9 anyways. All right, so what are you working on? Baby, just like Jedi Knight Cal Kestis? Okay. I'm not seeing. For shame. So get Seer and Jedi Knight Cal Kestis to R7. So R7 Seer. R7. And honestly, I would say R3 Cal Kestis. Baby Cal. Baby Cal is so good. Even if you don't have a Malicos and you're not going to invest in this team, you still can use Baby Cow with Ray, and once you lock Ezreal, like Ezra Exile, you're gonna want Ray with Baby Cal in there. It's such a good team. So R3 Cal, put Cal with Ray, Seer R7 with Jedi Knight Calcastus R7, and that's gonna get you Zepho access. I don't care where you are with your Zepho access, but you need to. You're at 9 million GP. You should be working towards like Zepho and Mandalore should be on your agenda. So you should be shard farming for Bo-Katan Mandalore so that you can get Mandalore and Zepho access. So finish your Zepho, farm your shards for Bo-Katan Mandalore. You should, the next big thing that you should be working on is Padawan Obi-Wan Master Qui-Gon. Get them to Relic 7. So it's only 2 characters. They're really good. I don't care what you think about the raid or if you don't need it for the raid, but you need to get them up and running for their assault battle. So it's not even for the raid. The raid is an extra, like a nice to have as far as having these 2, but you need those 2 for their assault battle. It's really, really good. Once you get them to Relic 7, even Relic 9, if one day, if you ever do that, you'll be like, man, I don't know how I've gone so long without them, because that income is insane for credits. Like, that's tons of mod work that you can do. That's leveling characters to level 85 or whatever you need credits for, which we always need some more credits, right? And also the materials in them are good. So get those guys up and running. So finish Jedi Knight Calcastus, farm the shards for Bo-Katan Mandalore, get Master Qui-Gon Padawan Obi-Wan to R7. So what should you do with Cat if you don't have JMK? So you can put Cat with Rey, or you can put Cat with Padme. So if you have a Padme squad, you'll need C-3PO, Padme. I forget exactly who else. It's like Jedi Knight Anakin. So it's like Padme, Jedi Knight Anakin, C-3PO, Cat, and General Kenobi, I think. And you can beat JMKs with Cat with that. Probably not the Plo Koon Kron ones, but just standard JMKs. That's a really strong team. What you can also do is you can put Cat again with Rey, or you can, what I did with my Cat while I was farming up JMK, I just put him, or I put her with the where are they at? You don't have them? Man, you don't have them. I put them with Dash Rendar. I put him with the Dash Rendar, so you can put Dash Rendar with Cat, and she boosts up his offense too, so he just like deletes people. It surprised a lot of people. I got some holds on it. Just kind of a throwaway, but probably Rey. Rey is number 1, Dash number 2, or Padme could be number 1, or Rey, or Dash. All good options. Yeah, so that's what I would do right away. Look at your ships. You have the Leviathan. Another thing I would do right away, 7-star your Leviathan. I don't care what you're doing with your crystals. If the answer isn't saving as much as you can so you can 7-star the Leviathan, then the answer is wrong. So you need to 7-star your Leviathan right meow. Like, this ship is like barely flying. It sucks. It's a crappy ship until you hit it at 7 stars, and it's unfortunate that it's just not as good. You can use it on offense and it still beats some things, but it is an absolute powerhouse on defense. An absolute powerhouse on defense. This account would love Profundity. Yeah, this would be a good count for Profundity. I do think once they finish what they're doing, as far as my original, or what I've already told them to do, if they wanted to do Profundity after that, I think that would be a good choice for them. I think you're right, Aoi. I think another good choice would be to get the Bad Batch up and running for the endurance counter. So that would be also another good thing to do, but I don't know if this account would want to do something like that. Honestly, I don't know. The way CG is going, I'm really hesitant to farm old stuff now, like the Bad Batch, because of the Bad Batch bundle. But I do think the endurance counter is probably the best off meta ship counter there is right now, because it beats the best 2 fleets in the game, which is the Executor with Punishing One, and it beats the Leviathan. So I'm hurting, and I lose banners because I don't have the one shots for Executor, and then sometimes if my Profundity loses on Leviathan, I just lose. I could potentially just lose the match. So having that is something to think about. I'm not telling you to do it, but once you're finished, if you wanted to do like Marauder, I wouldn't say it's bad. Or if you just wanted to go Profundity, it would probably be really good too. But yeah, that's what I would do as far as the farming pathway. Let's look at your mods. This is okay. 573 is not bad. Crit damage, good offense, good health. So that's good. JMK. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. I would like more health here. I would like more health. This is just like a really low health. You just don't have any health secondaries. And you have a tenacity set. I think I get why you're going all in on tenacity. I don't know. I think his health is really low though. So that's an F ton of speed. Yeah, I would prefer you using the speed on someone else and just giving him like a health set, because he does want more health. And I don't think the 50 speed is going to make a difference compared to just being more survivable. So I don't know. I probably wouldn't go with speed and health there. I would go with just a health one. This is a lot of speed on Ray. I think you probably have a speed arrow. Oh no, offense. Wow. You just have an F ton of speed on here. Yeah, wow. One of the highest speeds, not the highest, but for not having a speed set on here, really high. Good damage too. This is good. I do like a little more survivability, but if she's just going to be like deleting people, then, you know, that's fine too. This is a little slow, but everything else is really good. I do like more speed, because if you do use, because you don't have like a designated, like you don't have Bo-Katan Mandalore, so you still have to deal with Lord Vader's. So I would like to see him a little faster. Yeah, something like this. I would rather you probably have like a speed arrow here than this, just because it's like you're missing out on 17 speed's a pretty big deal. So if you can make him faster, that'd be good. Yeah, so like I wouldn't sacrifice potentially like 10 speed for some potency. So I don't know, something to think about. Like potency's good, don't get me wrong, as long as you're like 80 potency, probably be okay-ish, but I would like to see him a little faster. Again, he's fine, right? He's R9, he's gonna do the job. But if you had like a 550 plus JML, I think you would see the difference of when you go against like a JMK or a slower Lord Vader and JML goes first. Much smoother battle. So just something to think about. 369, fast. 367, also fast. So you have good mods, but you have Jabba. So, oh man, that's a cliff. It's like, this from here to here is a cliff. Ah, smash. 330. All right, 328. This is pretty fast. 326. Yeah, so you could take those. I would like a faster bush. You can probably take C mods and give them to bush. Yeah, probably. Maybe this crit damage, man. Crit damage. Crit damage all the way. You want a crit damage triangle on bush. And I would like you to get her faster. My bush is like 359. Your name is Leia Sobushi, and you're disrespecting your bush like this. The disrespect on the crit damage and the speed. You want her faster, you really do. Crit damage here. You'd probably do more damage if you just like gave her a speed set, and a crit damage triangle would probably make her do more damage than what's going on here, believe it or not. This is fine. This is fine. So I would probably change these 4 right here. Crit damage triangle, speed over here. Get her faster. This is a fast Rex, that's good. Bosk. Bosk at this point, I have mine like just as fast as yours, but my bounty hunters, Ray stole your bush mods. Well, because you give her speed mods, man. So take the C mods, these for speed C probably. Give these C1s to her maybe, and then find a crit damage triangle. So decent mods overall. I would like, oh, you don't have Star Killer, so the Mara Jade doesn't matter. But yeah, not bad. Decent mods. Oh, where's your 300? 308. And your Bensil is actually like pretty quick. Okay, so 8, 16, 18, 300 plus speed mods on non-GL characters. That's not bad. Great Mothers. Yeah, Great Mothers doesn't take a lot of... I ignored my Great Mothers. I did. I don't know when I'll get to them. But, yeah, I don't know. I got a lot to do. I wouldn't specifically farm these right now. They need the Zetas. If you can Zeta them, they'd probably be okay. But like a lot of people are Zeta poor. This guy probably doesn't have any Zetas. But yeah, like decent mods though. I wouldn't change the farming pathway. If you get your mercenaries up and ready sooner than later, then you can add in the Balin Skull whenever you want. Yeah, but you're like farming these guys right now anyways, so yeah, so I wouldn't change anything. If you wanted to, once you finished 7-starring Leviathan, the farming path I gave you, instead of farming like Profundity, you can finish Balin Skull if you wanted to. But other than that, good account. I like it. Leia would be nice too, honestly. Leia's good. You can go all in on the ground. But yeah, I get it. Like you just got 2 GLs too. So but good account overall. I like it. I like it a lot. Yes. I'm just finishing up stream right now. A Mountain Goat, so you're gonna have to like go back and watch. Yeah, Poncho Bros definitely Poncho Bros. Yeah, sorry Mountain Goat, but I'm gonna go spend some time with my wife because this morning I did homework and then spent a little time with my wife at the mall. Came back, roster reviews. Now back to my family time. I'm busy. I really am really busy. So nonstop. But yeah, thanks everyone. I'm sorry I wasn't able to get through any free reviews. I wasn't expecting so many premium ones. But I'm gonna try to do my best. I haven't been doing very many Grand Arena streams. I haven't done any. I released one Grand Arena, but I filmed this one and released it as a long form. That's good, Leia Sobushi. I'm glad my thoughts are in line with yours. It means you got the farming pathway right. Did I like the recent CG? I was gonna do a video on that, but I haven't had any time. But yeah, I do. I do like the recent CG changes. I think they're really positive changes. With the episode track, adding in more currency, more Omicrons. So I'm pretty psyched about the Omicrons because, like I said, that most of the Omicrons now, or the characters now, require tons of Omicrons. And I was in the same boat where I'm like, I don't have anything to farm here. Like, I just have all this currency just sitting there. And I was like, I don't have anything to farm. I didn't even want to buy these heat sinks or electrum conductors, but I'm like, I have nothing else to spend it on because I bought like literally everything. So yeah, I'm happy that they're giving us more Omicrons and more Zetas because are more Chirotech, because I could use more Chirotech. I can use more Omicrons. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Inquisitors, yeah, Inquisitors are good, but they're not really a priority right now, Leia Sobushi. But you can if you want to. I would definitely finish first. Your Bo-Katan Mandalore. Profundity is also probably a higher priority. I think profundities, like Inquisitors, are good. Don't get me wrong, and I love my Inquisitors. I really do. I think they're a fun team. I think they do a lot of great things, and they also have an assault battle. So if you wanted to fit them in, they're a good farm, but they're also like 30. I forgot what the math was, but it was I think it's like 3,200 Chirotech or something, for the farm. So that's a lot of Chirotech. A lot. But their sister's so good. So I don't know. It's up to you on when you want to fit them, but I would definitely finish that assault battle first. But I do think I heavily right now, I think most people, just in general, what I think most people should be finishing, if you don't have them, Jabba. If you don't have them, Jedi Knight Calcastus. If you don't have her, Bo-Katan Mandalore. Poncho Bros, all those are very, very important for guild or for income right now. Hey Simon, good morning. Yeah, Inquisitors, I could see them being a light speed bundle. I can see Bad Batch, and that's the problem. Like pretty much CG is forcing us to like focus on new farms, like absolutely new. But I do think those are the most important things right now, the 4 things I just said. So farm whatever you want, farm what you can, but for income, Zepho, Bo-Katan Mandalore, Jabba, Poncho Bros, probably the biggest priorities I would have for an account. So if you don't have any of those 4, you know, something to think about. And I do think people need to start preparing. When are you going to farm the Leviathan? A lot of people have been pushing it off. Like, I'm not, you know, pushing it off, and like, I'm a farm whatever comes after Leviathan, but you know, it may be time. It may be time for people to jump on that Leviathan train. I think even when we get the new fleet, you're gonna want the Leviathan. Leviathan's probably gonna counter it, and then like Leviathan will probably still get you really good fleet placement. If anything, I'm hoping it makes it easier to climb, because then you could, like, if they have a Leviathan, instead of doing this stupid coin flip meta, we can use the new fleet. And if the new fleet's there, then maybe the Leviathan counters it more easily. So, and they are good. The ground characters for Leviathan, there's no waste here for the Leviathan. Even the Sorty's good. She's a good character. She has good datacrons. She a lot of times, even like in 3s, I use Sorty with what's his stupid face? What's his dumb name? Where are you at? Lobot with Sorty cleaned some stuff up, believe it or not. Like, he's not bad. Like, Sorty with some Lobot is good. So like, Sorty's not bad. I think as far as like droids go, Sorty's pretty good. And then I use her with Leia to put what's his face? Oh, not Leia. I put him with Rey to hide Ben, and it works pretty well. So all good. Yeah, Malik. Those were the obvious ones, like Malik, Revan, Malgus. I don't use I don't use HK47. Even when I have to like split all my teams, I don't like I don't use them. I don't. Like I use every single Sith Empire character, but I don't use HK47. Maybe in threes, because if I go like Malgus, Assassin, Marauder, and then Malak can solo someone, then I can go like Darth Revan, Basilisk Sean Fallen, and then maybe HK47 just as a third, because Sith Empire Trooper is going with Bane. That's the only time I've ever used them, and even then it's kind of like a wash. So he's just not as good. That's it. Like that's the very rare case, but usually it's like sometimes I just use these three, and then that takes Marauder and Assassin and Basilisk Sean Fallen. They just go back on the bench with HK47, and Set still goes with Bane. But I don't know. All right, but I got to run, guys, because my wife's waiting for me. So always a blast, always fun. Thank you, everyone, for hung out with me. Thanks for those who supported me, donated, and everything for your reviews. I do appreciate it. I don't get to stream as often anymore, just because of my my schedule right now has been insane. But I am trying my best. So anytime I can, I'm thinking, because on the weekends I'm literally like brain dead after work. So I'm thinking I'll probably try to do more streams during the week, and then the weekend mornings when I usually did my longer streams will probably go towards homework, and maybe just like today, the morning I was able to do my master's work, and then in the afternoon or at night I can do some streams to do some longer reviews. So as of right now, that's what I'm looking at, my schedule, but you know, just bear with me on it. I'm going to try to do my best to kind of to figure all this out so I can get used to this this new schedule of mine. So yeah, thanks everyone again for hanging out, chilling. I do appreciate every single one of you guys. Pretty soon, so Christmas, 22 weeks. In 2 weeks, I'm a release a video for my 1 year anniversary, because it's in 2 weeks will be 1 year of streaming exactly. So I'm going to release a long form video on that. I don't know exactly what I want to cover, but something along the lines of that. Maybe go over some little snippets of my earlier streams and how it was. But yeah, thanks everyone. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys just hanging out with me and everything. So thank you, and have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone. I'll see you next time. Take care.